Welcome back. Time to talk a little lacrosse, and it was the Bayside Championship game for that this week as well. And, well, Kent Island going for not one, not two, not three, but 4 straight titles. That's pretty good. They're taking on Cambridge. The Vikings strike first, though. Micah Brooks gets the steps, gets in the crease and going to finish it. We got an upset brewing for like 2 minutes, and then the Bucks just would take over. It's going to be Parker Dixon finding Brennan Galloway. He fires that one in and finds the back of the net. A few minutes later, this time it's Sean Mooney calling his own number from the X-Man spot, and he finds the back of the net as well. The Bucks went on a 13-0 run. I'm not good at lacrosse, but I think that's pretty good. Luke Formart's going to go ahead and add to it right there. They just continue to roll as Mooney adds one more for good measure. Kent Island repeats for the 4th time, 19-3 the final.
Queen Anne's hosting North Carolina. Lions going to strike first blood. Seamus McCartan getting a step on his defender, bounces one home. Lions take a 1-0 lead. He's got to be on the all-name team for DSI.
Yeah.
That is Jonathan Clark. He's going to make it 2-0. Queen Anne's proving they're hungry, but not hungry enough to get stopped by the DSI legend Drew Brewster right there on the save. He had a couple of those, but Queen Anne's had a couple more goals and he had saves. J.P. Currion putting his name in the score sheet. And then one more time, it's going to be William Coburn off a Paul Gill assist. Queen Anne's rolling by North Carolina by a final of 10-1.
And Kent Island hosting Parkside on Friday. The Bayside champs wasting a little time here. Early on, Stone Stitcher gets low and go ahead bounces that one in. Then just a little bit later, it's Luke Fromont. He gets the nice pass right here, fakes out the goalie, gives the Bucks some more.
Go to your room.
But the Bucks are not going to let the thought of an upset even happen. Mikey Quinn going top shelf past the keeper. And this game is all Kent Island. But Parkside goalie Phil Gianell comes up with a big save.
Yeah.
But it really didn't matter because Kent Island just kept on scoring. They're the Bayside champs for a reason. And Quinn going past 2 defenders to get it to go. And then we're going to see Brandon Smith gets a sweet pass from Jackson Crudeville. Bucks get the win 21-2. They advance to play Easton in the next round.
Can't imagine possession was very balanced in that game. Well, Cambridge was taking on Watt High last night. Emery Wangus has been doing this for the better part of 20 years now, it feels like, for Vikings. Makes his move and able to finish, but back come the Tribe. It's my nephew, Trevor LaFrance, finding Devin Phillips, and he's able to finish right there. Huge game from Trevor LaFrance as they got that upset win the round before, but it wasn't really going to happen last night. Jake Morris finds Kobe Rourke. He puts it in. That made it 6-1, and then Morris, as the X-Man, calls his own number, gets the step, fires low, and finds the back of the net. They scored 10 straight in a hurry, and then Trey Lake working on that 40-yard dash, and by the looks of it, he's been doing pretty well on that. Vikings going to get a win, 16-2 the final.
Still beating on my Indians. All right, the 1 seed Salisbury Lacrosse hosting Colorado College earlier today. Nothing Blondino dodging the defender and getting silly right there. Bouncing one past the keeper. Gulls were actually trailing. Dino's going to tie us up at 1. Now, Colorado took the trip over, and we were nice hosts. There you go. My new favorite player, Nick Garabino, is going to shoot and score right there. Then how about Brendan Brownwell getting into the act? He's going to find Blondino for another score. We can keep going
long
here.
pole.
Andrew Turnahan, long pole, going to find Carson Kalama for another score. Then watch Turnahan. He's going to show off right here.
Yeah.
Going to score one on his own with the contact to go. Go Gulls, baby. Salisbury on to the quarterfinal round. They win 16-5.
Totally not biased at all.
No, not at all. All right, well, we have to take another commercial break, but coming up next, 4th-seeded Crisfield was squaring off against 5th-seeded Pocomoke, and no matter how much rain came down, this game was not getting canceled. Find out who won this mud bath next.